All right, welcome everyone. As always, we want to have a lot of props ready for our class tonight. So we're going to start in the same posture we started in last week, which is legs up the sofa, legs up the chair, often referred to it as constructive rest. So if you have a nice rolled up towel handy close by and another kind of flattened towel just next to the surface on your mat next to the sofa or chair. And as always, I recommend that you come up nice and tight to the chair or the sofa and just slowly lower your upper body back and swing your legs around. The purpose is not to have your legs straight up in the air, but to have your knees bent. And just slowly, one forearm after the other, one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. We want to take all these postures really slow and restorative. And then grab your rolled up towel and place it underneath your neck. Some of us might need a little bit of extra height than others. And adjust the towel underneath your low back. I like to have mine right at the sacrum. Feels really good. And relax your arms down by your sides and rotate your shoulders outward just by opening your palms to the sky. This is a natural outer rotation of the shoulders. It opens up the chest as well. And just for a moment, relax your eyes closed and shift your pelvis so that you can feel your entire spine resting on the floor beneath you. Just take a moment to feel that release through the low back. And then release and just come to a natural pelvic positioning, a position that feels natural for you. And you may or may not be able to feel your entire spine. Some of us have more of a natural arch in our low back, so we're not going to feel our low back completely resting on the mat beneath us. And I welcome you now to, if you haven't already, relax your eyes closed and begin breathing in and out exclusively by your nose. And just notice in this moment the rate at which you're breathing. Without judging, just notice. And set an intention just to leave behind, just for these next 30 minutes, any thoughts about anything that happened today or anything that's coming in the future. Just allow yourself to focus on yourself right now in this moment. And the best way to do that is just to focus on your breath, just your natural breath. Just allowing your body to release tension just through the breath. In this position, as I mentioned before, we're allowing our hamstrings, our quadriceps to relax, our calves to relax, our low back to release, our chest to open. And this is the optimal position for the next breath practice that I'm going to guide you through. So diaphragmatic breathing, soft belly breathing, you may hear it referred to as that as well, is a natural breath pattern to optimize the intake of oxygen while simultaneously releasing, softening, and using the muscles that were meant to be used primarily for the breath. So place your right hand on your belly and gently just allow your belly to be soft. Just let it be nice and soft. Imagine that your belly right now is just a pillow. And inside that pillow is a balloon. And on your next inhale, allow that balloon to expand. The belly is soft, it's expanding on the inhale. And on the exhale, just allow that balloon to deflate by drawing the navel towards your spine. Inhale, blow up the balloon again, keeping the belly soft and expansive. And on the exhale, deflating the balloon by drawing the navel towards the spine. Inhale, inflate the balloon. We're just focusing on the belly right now. There are other things happening, but we're just focusing on the belly. Exhale, deflate the balloon, drawing the navel towards the spine. Inhale, soft belly, filling up the balloon. Exhale, deflating the balloon, drawing the navel towards the spine. Just continue breathing this way at your own pace. Just keeping the belly soft and expansive on the inhale. As you draw your navel towards the spine on the exhale. Swallowing every so often, just to relax your throat. And this is the breath throughout the practice that you always come back to. Deliberately using your diaphragm, thinking about the breath, making something that's usually involuntary, voluntary. So all we're doing throughout this practice is just thinking about how we're breathing. Enjoying the fact that we can actually control how we're breathing. So continuing just breathing this way, we're going to transition out of this posture. The best way to do that is just to bring your feet forward, placing them on the edge of the sofa or the chair, and drawing your knees just as close to your chest as you can, just so they're far enough away from the sofa or chair for you to roll over to one side. And using your hands, slowly pressing yourself back up into a seated position. So the next posture that we're going to be doing is a supported twist. So grab your stacked pillows or your bolster. I'm going to use stacked pillows. And just bring your right hip up against the stacked pillows. And extend your legs out straight in front of you. And using the stacked pillows as just kind of like a little bit of support, bring your bend your right leg to the side, your left leg behind you, but not too far behind you, just to the side, just bending that knee. If that's not comfortable for you, you can actually keep your legs straight in this posture. But I'm gonna bend my knees, both knees, so the left and then the right. As you can see, my pelvis, my hips are still square to the front. And then I'm just gonna just turn my hips without turning my legs, because that's another reason why you wanna bend your knees, because it helps you keep your pelvis in that position. Just turn and twist and face the pillows or the bolster. You're gonna feel a nice twist through your midsection, through your abdomen, especially the left side waist. And then slowly lower, placing your hands on the pillow or bolster, slowly lower your upper body. It's like you're gonna be going to sleep, okay? But we're gonna be conscious and aware. So what I like to do is I like to place my hands on top of each other and then place my cheek, turn my cheek in the direction of my bent knees. And relax your eyes closed. Again, tune into that diaphragmatic belly breathing. And just notice how your body feels here. Just notice what's going on, starting at your toes, moving up through your shins, your knees, your calves, your hips. Just really allowing yourself to be comfortable, to melt into this posture. Relaxing that belly, keeping it soft on the inhale. You're going to notice when you keep your belly soft on the inhale, that stretch, that pull that you feel through your abdomen is going to soften as well. And then on the exhale, drawing the navel towards the spine. So if there's any tightness through the hips, the psoas muscle, the low back, sticking to breathing using the abdominal muscle as the primary breathing muscle, the first muscle that moves as you inhale. You're going to slowly, gradually feel the release of tension and tightness as we hold this posture. And again, you can always close your eyes, just focusing on the breath. Allowing the belly to fill up like a balloon on the inhale. Drawing the navel towards the spine on the exhale. So during this practice, we're going to hold this for at least 5 minutes on this side before we switch to the other side. You can always move your head and turn your head in the other direction. You're going to notice there's a different type of stretch, a more intense stretch through the neck, the cervical spine when you do that. Again, always swallow. It helps you to relax the breath. Checking in with your shoulders, drawing them away from your ears if they've come up. Checking in with the belly, keeping it soft and expansive, filling up that balloon on the inhale. Inflating the balloon and drawing the navel towards the spine on the exhale. And any tightness and release that you feel through that inner left thigh, more than likely it's your psoas muscle, which is a muscle that often gets tight when we breathe using our chest muscles first. It tightens, shortens, which often is the culprit with any low back issue you might be having, even knee pain. And I've worked with people who have carpal tunnel syndrome, which could be connected to the fact that they were not breathing correctly. They were in a stressed, sympathetic state. And this practice helps us release that just by focusing on the breath and holding comfortable postures. Seems almost too easy. Continue breathing, focusing on that breath. And on your next inhale, begin to transition and moving to the opposite side. The best way to do that is just place your hands on either side of the bolster or the pillows. First, turn your neck to a neutral position, and then walk yourself up, kind of like completely coming out of the, like in the opposite direction that you came into it, extending your legs out and moving the pillows to the other side, to your left side, or the bolster, whatever you used. And again, if you're bending your knees, just bend the right knee first, then the left knee. Just feel your body kind of square to the front, and then turn to face the bolsters and the pillows, and then slowly walk your upper body down, relaxing your hands on top of each other, and turning your head in the direction of your knees. And I always invite you to close your eyes, and it's just because it allows you to focus on just yourself. A lot of times when our eyes are open, we get distracted and we start thinking about a color or some object that's in front of us. But when we close our eyes, it really does allow us to think about and see what's inside of us. Maybe imagining what our belly looks like when it's expanding. Just using our imagination. We focus on the breath. Imagining our belly filling up like a balloon on the inhale. And deflating on the exhale. And you might notice that you might be a little bit tighter on this right side than you were on the left side. Just take a moment to, again, scan this side of your body, starting at your toes, your ankles, shins, knees, thighs, waist, belly. Relaxing the shoulders away from your ears. Keeping the breath soft and expansive on the inhale. Keeping that belly soft. Drawing the navel towards the spine on the exhale. Remember to swallow. I invite you to bring your attention to your face, to the right side of your face, the right eye, the right cheek. Your lips, your chin. As you continue to breathe soft and expansive on the inhale. Draw your navel towards your spine on the exhale. Making any adjustments that you need to. Maybe extending the legs straight behind you if that feels good. Keeping it bent. Just playing with the posture, but keeping the breath soft and expansive on the inhale. As you draw your navel towards the spine on the exhale. On your next inhale, begin to transition out of this posture, placing both hands on either side of the bolster first, and then turning your head towards the bolster, neutral spine, and then walking your hands towards your body. And now what we're gonna do is, last week we did a forward fold with our legs straight. This week we're going to do what's called a wide angle supported forward fold. So instead of our legs being straight, we open our legs. And your feet can be, as close or as far apart as feels good for you. I would recommend starting just a natural opening without actually forcing your hips to open, okay? And I would grab maybe another pillow, or even come close to the sofa or chair that's by you. I'm actually going to demonstrate using the sofa. All right. So I'm going to come here to the sofa. My legs are going to go under the sofa a little bit, okay? And I'm about a little bit over 12 inches away from the sofa. And so if the bolster's in front of you, just walk your hands down onto the bolster and relax your arms onto the bolster. If you're in front of the chair or the sofa, you can do the same thing. Just slowly lean forward, folding your hands on top of each other, and then placing your head on top of your hands. And if you're not feeling anything through your inner thighs, then widen your stance. Relaxing your head. This time your forehead is your spine is completely neutral, and it's in a flexed position. And again, just tune into that belly, keeping the breath soft and expansive on the inhale. As you draw the navel towards the spine on the exhale, allow the head just to relax. No need to hold up the head. Again, checking with the shoulders, drawing them away from your ears if they come up. You're going to feel a nice stretch through your inner thigh. Those adductors are working, releasing, lengthening. Opening slowly. Your entire spine is being supported and lengthened in both directions. So as you breathe, keeping the belly soft, just imagine energy flowing up and down your spine, softening, releasing, soothing, restoring. And if it feels good or if you need to release a little bit, you can bend your knees, like slight bend in your knees and lifting your knees up. Just to release that inner thigh if you need a little bit of a release, if it's too intense for you. Just keep breathing as you move. And just move as slow as you need to. Always checking with the shoulders, drawing them away from your ears. You're going to just hold this position, just stay here in this position. Keeping that belly soft and expansive on the inhale. As you draw your navel towards the spine on the exhale. Take a moment to just find gratitude for yourself for showing up. Remembering that any of these postures that we practice during these 30 minutes, you can practice at any time throughout your day for 5-10 minutes. These are all safe to hold for at least up to 10 minutes each. Continue to breathe, just focusing on the breath, appreciating your ability to slow down, relax, and be patient with your body. And maybe as we close, just think about something that you do every day that you feel rushed when you do it. And make a promise to yourself in this moment that the next time you find yourself rushing, doing that thing, allow yourself to slow down. Even if it's only for 30 seconds. Stop, pause, breathe, check in with your breath. Are you using your diaphragm? On your inhale, keeping your belly soft and expansive. Drawing the navel towards the spine on the exhale. 30 seconds. All right, on your next inhale, I welcome you to come out of the posture. Just lift yourself up nice and gently and slowly. And come back into a seated, easy seat position. I invite you just to relax your hands on your lap for a moment. Close your eyes. Feel in your body, your spine lengthening. Bringing your hands to heart center, bowing in reverence to yourself. Taking one final inhale by your nose. And your exhale finishes the practice. Thank you, everyone. I think I can stop the recording.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you. I think I know how to stop the recording.